Hi, everyone. We are here in the inaugural pop-up Shopcast. That's what I called this. And literally, it was like, it's something that was ruminating in my head. For the last year or so, I started that Medium list of BPOC skaters who are also creators and makers. And gosh, if I had had like my stuff together, I'd have been able to do like something more elaborate. But yeah, I was like, I want people to like, I want to find more ways to like boost these people up because they're dope and people should know about them and they should, sprinkle the on them. So happened to be doing the dishes yesterday, and I was like, I can do a live with them and I can, chat them up and ask them about their art and the intro and just, you know, introduce them to anyone who isn't up on them because you have a following. I'm a fan of yours. Of course. What do you mean? We so many of us have mixed use pieces in our homes and we love you, we love some Sam, so everyone knows you. Justly in my like 11th hour sort of brain flash, I asked Sam Barks of Mixed Hues if she would be interested in hopping on and having this brief chat with me, given that this is such a busy time for creators. And here she is, lo and behold, like the dope ass artist that she is, and trying out new things as artists are wont to do. So welcome. Thank you again for joining me. What's up? How are you? Intro
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah,
thank you for doing this.
you're so
I'm
welcome.
Sam, from Mixed Hues. Yeah, I mean it is busy and hectic and not normal because of COVID. And a lot of opportunities have been cut short for, all the creatives and everybody, not just creatives, everybody. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, we're all trying to adapt and find ways to still create for ourselves and create for our businesses. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah, trying to create and stay up on all this because it's for me it's hard to create when I'm down. So uh, yeah.
Mhm. So for the nitty gritty, I want to encourage folks to hit up the archive of Holding Space because I had a lengthy interview in which I went into Sam's, trajectory and how she came to skating. And, but you are an artist based where?
In Austin, Texas,
You are a native of where?
Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah. And how long have you lived in Austin? Have you been Austin based?
Going on 5 years now.
Can you explain your preferred mediums?
Oh, my preferred mediums are traditional watercolors and inks. Of course, I do digital work. I do woodwork. I do uh, a lot of different mediums, but traditionally watercolors and inks.
Is there like an ethos or philosophy that guides your art?
Um, not one in particular, no, because I do so many different things that I'm passionate about. So my art covers a lot of different things. Recurring themes, of course, are skating because of roller derby and park skating. Reoccurring themes of my pop and fan art that I like. Um, and my darker art, I'm a huge horror fan and true crime fan. So there's sectors of my work that touch on death and life, and those are a little bit darker themes that I'm not, some people might not follow, but it's a part of my work.
Okay, well, just so happens, look where I am. Look at look
Oh,
what's up there. Look what's up
nice.
there. Oh wait, where's the other one?
Yep.
There's another
Yeah.
one. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
those
oh,
are
oh.
those are
What's up? Did I
those
say
are
I was a
classics from
stan? Did I?
2016. Those are classics.
Did I say I was a fan or was I saying I was a fan? I just got closer to my
Yeah.
router, y'all. So I'm in my hallway, and sometimes that's what you got to do. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I asked you. I don't know if you heard it, but I asked you: is representation to me a part? Well, representation seems like a big part of your work. Would you
Oh, of
say?
course. Yeah, it is. It's representation in those arenas that I mentioned because, you don't, not saying there's not a lot, there's a more emerging art that showcases people of color, specifically Black people in those arenas. But, horror is still catching up. Definitely skate art. But there's so many new emerging artists that I'm so happy to see come out. Um, to broaden that range of diversity for skate art
Mm-hmm.
and illustrations.
Dope. And then, so how has 2020 treated you? And and also, I guess that's a two-part question. Like, yeah, how has
Yeah.
the pandemic and everything treated you? And also, um, internally, like, what is moving you? What kind of art are you creating nowadays? I saw a beautiful mural you just finished. Um,
Yeah, I just did a big mural with curated by Raising the Sun here in Austin, and funded by the City of Austin Arts. It was an underpass that was about the whole wall was about 500 and something feet long, and it's two walls. Six artists got chosen to put a piece on that huge wall, and what I wanted to focus on, the focus of the project was uplifting people in the city during the pandemic and showing people what uplifted each artist, for us all personally. So
mhm,
for me personally, it was the message that I wanted to convey was the message of rest for Black and Brown people. Um, Not only just general life struggles, but the continued systemic racism in this country, dealing with the election and the vitriol from people um, promoting and supporting this president that's leaving, the continual just graphic images of Black and brown people being killed at the hands of police this summer. So my wall is speaking to rest, not just taking naps, not just sleeping. It was derived from a quote from the founder of the NAP ministry in Atlanta that said rest is resistance.
mhm,
And that hit home with me. That hit home with me because for me during this pandemic, the struggle has been trying to find peace and seeing the overload of all these images and how that's affecting my creativity, how it's affecting my life, how it's affecting everybody's life. Everybody is forever changed because of this. Um, and the fact that Black, brown, indigenous people are disproportionately being affected by COVID, and the fact that a lot of these demographics are frontline workers or people that work in places where they still have to do their jobs, retail, grocery stores, um,
mhm.
or just people that don't have the luxury of working from home.
Yeah.
Um, the idea of actually having true rest and safety and health, it's elusive to a good demographic of people. So my portion of my wall spoke to that.
A
That the
luxury
fact,
even, right?
yeah, the fact that we need that rest, and we need that rest to continue the fights that our parents have been fighting, our grandparents have been fighting. That you honestly need to take a rest from all of it, because seeing these graphic images and experiencing systemic racism and the tyranny of the past 4 years of this presidency. Like if people think that they're okay, you're not okay right now. Like
Mhm,
this is trauma on a grand scale
mhm.
and now on a global scale. So that's what I wanted to speak to. Like we need rest. And out of that rest that allows us to continue these fights and to fight for change, to demand change. So that's what my wall was. Like that's where I'm at right now. as far as my art. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't want to do something that was, yeah, I've been gardening, I've been baking and cooking like everybody else. I was gardening before the pandemic, but that's not where my heart is right now. People, they told me to they told me to make something that I felt people needed to hear and see, um, that I felt was uplifting. And my message is that, like reading through the information on the Nat Ministries website and all the interviews from that, it's just like that's where I'm at. I am tired. Emotionally, mentally, I am done. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
Goodness.
where I'm at.
I feel you. And but I think that your gift is that you're able to even take a message of like exhaustion and turn it into like visual poetry and beauty and uplift. That's so dope. Okay, and so um, I guess my I thought my other ask was if you wanted to present something that is currently on sale, I guess on your site, or something that you wanted to promote and that meant, or something that you've even created that means a lot to you. um,
Mm,
that's my question to you.
I mean, I'm still trying to keep it light and still trying to keep money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, the my site's up, and I'm doing one holiday market this year because we don't have to personally be there. Um, so I created a new line of keepsake ornaments this year uh,
Beautiful
for
ones.
Black Panther. So those are on my website right now, and I created smaller versions for people to make it accessible for people that can't afford a $20 keepsake ornament. I have smaller ornaments that are $8 a piece. So if you still wanted the art, but you didn't want to invest in, a higher price point ornament, you have those on my website as well.
I think you did you we might have not we might have skipped over that, but you also work in wood, right? You
Hmm?
like your carvings.
Oh
You
yeah,
also work in
I
wood.
do laser cut birch wood and different hardwoods, cherry, birch. So yeah, I do work in woods. I see Coco. She did order some.
Coco ordered one and sent one to her
Yeah,
cousin because she has this really dope like
did. Like, when I put
Chad
them up
knows
initially,
when.
a lot of people ordered them. So if you go to mixedhues.com and go to my shop, those ornaments are up there. My traditional skate art is up there. My fine art prints are up there. My watercolors, my inks, those are all up there. The earrings that I'm wearing right now, the woodcut
Yes.
Afropick earrings are up there, and they come in different colors. So
Those came to
yeah,
mind and you had them on. Dope. Yes.
I
So yeah.
see
So cool. Um
Let me up the light. There we go. Now I'm light
so
bright.
yeah, look at you. Okay. So um if you want to give us a sense of like the way that this year has changed versus what you'd be doing this time on it, like in a typical season, so that people get a sense of how this is affecting working artists or a working artist. Mm-hmm.
Well, for a lot of us, we would all be doing in-person markets. We would all be doing in-person conventions. That stream of income has been cut for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There are some markets that are trying to, do things by appointments. Blue Genie is the huge market that I've been doing for the past. This is my third year doing it, and they're doing only curbside, online. Um, and we don't, like I said, we don't have to be there. So for us as artists, that's awesome to be in that kind of show because you can still have your work out there, but you don't have to be there. I think thank all the volunteers that are working Blue Genie, and people that are doing the reservations and coming masked and following all the rules and regulations so everybody can, get what they need and not, and still be safe.
Because like in past
Um,
years, it would entail being like in a big convention hall, right? And
yeah.
what should I call it? And like sitting there for like hours and hours on end, which is just not
Mhm.
feasible or doable, or just
No,
not
no,
good
and I've
practice, not
not,
good social distancing safety practices. So that's good. Yeah, but obviously
I've not done
the
any
income source is
in-person
bad.
shows.
The missed income source is a challenge.
Yeah. So that in of itself, for creatives has kind of been a death blow for a lot of people. Um, for me, I do so many different things to have different streams of income coming in. Like this year, my goal was to step out into public art a lot more. That was one of my major goals, and I've been kind of afraid to do it, not knowing if I could do it. So this year, that actually saved me. Um, Applying for the programs and filling out all the, but what people don't see is like the pages and applications that we have to fill out. Things are juried. Like you see me popping up doing all this work, but the behind the scenes work is filling out all these applications and grant applications and
It's like an
hoping, and the
iceberg,
city
right?
is
Like I mean,
right.
people see like the visible part, and then there's like all this underneath
Yeah,
stuff.
you see me out here like, oh, she's doing another mural. Oh, she's doing another mural. Oh, she's doing this over here, and I'm like, bruh, if I don't do that, I don't live. And this city is full of like dope ass artists and muralists and people that have been doing this way longer than I have as far as public art arena. I'm a
Mm.
baby as far as that goes, even though I've been doing art my whole life. Stepping into this public art, and then you put your work out there to be critiqued, and
You expose yourself.
it's
You're literally
yeah,
exhibiting yourself.
literally you're out there and people are watching you paint.
Uh huh.
I I I swear, like the first night I was out there working on the wall, I'm out there at night. It was cold. I'm spraying my words up there, just putting the lines up. Some dude drives by, rolls down his window, and said, "That looks like shit." And I was just like, "Thanks, thanks." So yeah, you open yourself up to everybody's opinions when you put yourself out there, especially public art is amplified because people can literally watch you work right there on the street.
I mean,
So,
that's like the beauty of it, but that's also a double-edged sword for the artist. Now that you mention it, like, because whenever I see that,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, live art being made in front of me, and you're like, ah, like trying to make sure everything is everything,
But we've
right?
gotten so much love for this. A lot, mostly everybody drives by, honks. They're like, they roll down their window and they say they love it. People walk past. We love what you're doing. Thank you for putting this art up in the city. It's needed. Um, and all the
That's
pieces from
great.
all the artists on that
So
are
I
definitely
wanted
needed.
also. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought. Finish. I'm a little lag. Say that again.
Oh, I was just saying everybody's pieces out there. I think the last four artists are finishing up, but it all together it's a very powerful message right now.
Dope. And where can those be seen? I know you posted some of them on your stories, but is there anywhere else?
No, they're in Austin. They're in a central area in North Lamar, but they have been documenting the whole process, and they have a videographer and photographers that have been documenting everything. So they're going to be actually posting a website with all of this information and all the visuals up, so everybody can see the work that we've been doing for the past month. And some of the snippets are out there now. The videography is beautiful. Um, so
Awesome.
yeah.
Um, so I wanted to make sure if anyone has any questions for Sam, uh, let's make the most out of this interactive jammy jam. Um, and I don't know, any parting words, any final thoughts? Thank you so much for doing this,
No,
Sam, and
thank you for
talking to
having
me.
me.
Of
Um,
course.
if you're able to support local shops, not just creatives, just anyone local in your cities in your area, go that route. Like Amazon doesn't need more money.
Mhm.
You know, Target and Kmart and Walmart, they don't need more money. Just if you are able and you have the funds to spend this year and you are holiday shopping, look locally. There's tons and tons and tons of people um, who are in dire need of patronage right now. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. And then, what's your website? Where can people find your stuff?
You can find my stuff at mixedhues.com, Mixedhues. And at Blue Genie, if you're local, you can stop in Blue Genie, make your reservation. You can shop Blue Genie online. I have things in their online store as well. I am also at the, I'm at one more place,
Austin,
local.
Texas. Go to Blue
Yeah.
Genie.
Um, The Moon Rising Mercado, I have some work there. It's a small pop-up shop, open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That is also by appointment. It's the Moon Rising Mercado ATX on Instagram.
Oh, that
Other
place
than
sounds
that,
awesome.
oh yeah, it's a cool little Airstream trailer that another local artist that wanted to help out other artists because we're all missing in-person markets. So a lot of people across the city are doing small pop-ups that are reservation only or open air where people can come in a few at a time.
Good.
But yeah, so Blue Genie, my website, Mixed Hues, and the Moon Rising Mercado. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so Manila Ice of MNRT said, I've loved seeing your posts about your public art projects.
Ah,
Ditto.
thank you. There will be a lot more because this North Lamar project is pretty huge. It's a pretty big deal. And they've been, like I said, they've been documenting it. So there's a lot of video and pictures that will be coming out about it. And I think I have a couple of more things coming up, public art wise. I've applied to everything. So hopefully next year
Dope.
this stream keeps moving and I can keep putting some art up and maybe when this virus gets under control, I can actually travel somewhere and do some more work art outside of the city and see
Please,
people.
have you looked into Sunnyside, Queens? Because I would love to. I would love to see you, and I would love to see a
I
mixed
know
use piece on my
we have an
blog.
overdue visitation anyway. So
Dang it,
yeah,
Rona.
whenever
Right. I was supposed to come to Austin for a chance, and you were going to come
yeah,
up here to visit, and I
yep.
can't.
I was actually supposed to be there in October for the laser cutting studio because there was a convention there, but of course that got canceled. So I was supposed to be in New York in October, but Rona won't let us be great.
Oh no, you're gonna miss that, Rona. Nope.
I ain't
Alrighty.
going
Well,
nowhere. I
yeah.
haven't been nowhere.
Oh, no, neither have I. I just,
Yep.
well, I hope the light is at the end of the tunnel. I hope we're over you know, I hope the
We'll see.
things can return to normal. Well, yeah. Awesome, friend. So good to see your face and so good to
Thanks for
chat.
doing this
You're very
so much.
welcome, of course. You have a good rest of your night. Thanks,
All
everyone,
right, you
for
too.
joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope this was enjoyable. I had a good time.
Yeah, it's good to see your. It's always good to see your face and hear your voice.
Likewise. So yeah. So you heard Sam, support artists. Artists are, you know, we need them. We need them for life. We need them like we need rest, like we need water. We need their beauty. We need their work. So support artists, support the art. And I think if you're watching this and you're from Austin, Texas, maybe consider um, patronizing Sam through her local commitments because that way that can assure their longevity. So you know, Mercado. So the one was the Moon Rising Mercado.
Moon Rising Mercado ATX.
Dope. And Blue Genie.
Yep, Blue
And
Genie.
for everyone else, mixedhues.com. Check it out.
Yep,
Dope. All right. Peace,
I ship
y'all.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good
Have a good
one.
night.
Thanks. You
Bye.
too. Bye.